What's going on, guys? It's Young Wealth. Now, today we have to really break down if you own 10,000 LCX, how much can you expect to make from that 10,000 LCX? Because you have to understand right now, to buy 10,000 LCX, it will only cost you around $387. Just think about it for a second, guys. For one of the best exchanges out there right now, one of the most safe, regulated exchanges, it would only cost you $3,387, almost at 3,000, because it's kind of surreal that you can get this much LCX for this little of a price. So today we're going to break down how much it would cost you and how much you would make to actually own 10,000 LCX. So if you just go to the spreadsheet over here real quick, right, I've actually made some scenarios, some realistic scenarios. So as you can see at the top, it says 10,000 LCX, then it has the amount, then the likelihood, then the profit. Now, next to the profit, I've actually put $387 because that's the amount you had to pay to get 10,000 LCX today, okay? So with that being said, let's get into the first one, okay? Now, 50 cents. That's a big target we need to hit in the next bull run in 2025, right? That's a very, very important milestone we get past so we can actually secure higher numbers, okay? So with that being said, guys, 50 cents, the amount you would have in your portfolio at 50 cents with 10,000 LCX is actually $5,000, okay? Now, the likelihood of that happening is actually 99%, okay? Because only 1% of me thinks that it's not going to reach that target. Just because of the likelihood and utility of just because of the utility of LCX, I feel like we will reach that target. Now, the likelihood I've put is 99%, and the profit you would actually make is $4,613, so $4,600, okay? Now, that's a good amount of profit. Now, bear in mind, guys, you've only invested, which is insane, you've only invested $387 to get that amount of money back. Now, just think about it for a second. If you take profit at 50 cents, or just even if you take out your investment at 50 cents, which is $387, you are now playing with house money. The money that goes up is not even your money to begin with. You've took out your investment, so you can't lose. It's impossible to lose, okay? So now the next price we're going to go to is actually the all-time high. Now, if you guys don't know, the all-time high was actually 70 cents. Now, the amount of money you would make or have if in your portfolio, if it went to the all-time high, is $7,000, okay? $7,000, which is a crazy amount of money to think that you only put less than $400 into this project. Now, the likelihood of this happening, I've actually put it at 95%. Now, the reason I've put it at 95%, the 5% of me believes that it may not go back to all-time highs. That's just 5% of me, though. 5% of me, because a lot of projects, they didn't reach their all-time high in the past bull run, but 95% of me believes it will hit that. So, I'm pretty much saying, yeah, I really believe it's going to hit its all-time highs. Now, the amount of profit you would have made is $6,600, okay? So, $6,613, which is a great amount of profit. Bearing in mind, you've only put in $387, okay? You've only put in a little half a week's wage, okay? You put in a week's wage of money, okay, which is insane. So we have to carry on now. $1. Now, that's a big target I have in store. That's a target where I will be actually starting to dollar cost average out of the project, just because I feel like at $1, it's a very, very psychological target right there. And a lot of people are going to sell there thinking it's not going back up. So I feel like at $1, we will see a big dip, but then we will see a recovery and it will actually go to higher prices, okay? So with that being said, guys, at $1, guess what? You will have $10,000 in profit off a $387 investment, okay? Now, the likelihood I've put it in is 92%. Now, the reason I said 92%, that 8% believes that it could possibly actually only go to 98 cents and then come tumbling down, and we might not see all-time highs again till 2030. That's just my honest opinion. Because as I said, $1 is a very psychological prediction. $1 is a very psychological target. For a lot of people, they think, let me sell before $1 because at $1 it might dump. So there'll be a lot of people in that mindset where they will sell before $1 around 95%, 95 cents, 98 cents. And that's actually a smart target to start selling, because we never know. It might just have resistance because that's new area. It might just have resistance at 99 cents and it might never go to $1. So I feel like it's smart to put your take profit. If your take profit is at $1, you should put it and notch it down to like 97 cents. Okay, not financial advice, just my opinion. Okay, so with that being said, with that amount of investment, you would have made $9,613 in profit. Okay, which is insane. Now, the next target I have is $1.50. Okay, now with that amount, you would in your portfolio have $15,000. Okay, $15,000. Now, the likelihood I put that happening is actually at 85%, and the profit you would have made is $14,613. Okay, now the reason I put it at 85% is I feel like it needs a lot of catalyst to go to that price. Okay, now that market cap right there is only around 1.4 billion. Which is, in my humble opinion, very likely to happen. But the 15% of me just believes that we might not hit those targets, but the 85% of me believes it will. So you guys know I'm a lot more bullish than that. So with that being said, let's got to the $2 now. The next target I've actually put is $2. Now, if it goes to $2 and you have 10,000 LCX, your amount in your portfolio you'll be looking at when you wake up out of bed is actually $20,000, okay? Now, the likelihood I've put that happening is 70%. Now, the reason there's 5% of me that don't believe it's going to happen is because I feel like, again, that's another psychological target. $2 is a target where people are in fear because they're thinking $2 is a target where people are thinking if it don't happen, I might lose my money. So they're kind of scared. So a lot of people are going to be selling at this point. So once it gets to this point, there might be a lot of buyers still, but I feel like a lot of people will still be selling the project. So we might not see it at $2. So with that being said, guys, the profit you would have made is $19,613, and guess what? You made it with a $387 investment, which is beautiful. Now, the next target I have is $2.50. Now, at $2.50, your amount in your portfolio will be $25,000, and the likelihood of that happening, I'm 50-50. I'll be real with you guys. I have to be honest with you guys. I'll be out the project completely at $2, okay? And the reason I said is because if I look at a project and it can only do a 2x more, I feel like the risk is a bit too high for me. So I'll be fully out of the project at $2. So 70% of me believes it can go to that. But 5%, was we on the $2.50. Now 50%, not 70%, 50% of me believes that we will actually hit $2, and 50% of me believes we won't. $2.50. 50% of me believes we won't hit $2.50. And the reason I'm saying this is because it's very, very high for where it's been now. The all-time high was 70 cents. So that will be like a 4x compared to its all-time high, which that can happen. Do not get it twisted. But the likelihood of people is actually waiting for $2.50 when they could cash out of a 3-cent coin at $2, I don't think it will get there unless we have a lot of catalyst, okay? So with that being said, guys, the amount of profit you would have at $2.50 is $24,613, okay? Which is crazy. So we have to bear that in mind that it could not happen. I'm not telling you to hold till $2.50. So the next target we have is actually $3. Now, $3, that's a crazy target to actually think of. Now, you would actually have an amount of $30,000 in your portfolio. Now, the likelihood of that happening, in my humble opinion, is actually 45%. Now, 55% of me believes we won't get there because, once again, that's another psychological target. At $3, if it hits $3, I believe it'll be a better option for it to hit $2.70 than it will hit $3. Okay, I feel like it'll be more likely, more possibility. There'll be better possibility that it will hit $2.70 than it will hit $3. That's my humble opinion, though. So with that being said, if it does hit $3, though, you have $29,613 profit, which for a $387 investment is crazy. Now, the last target we have, this target is crazy because in the next bull run, it's going to blow past all these targets. In 2030, it's going to blow past all these targets. But for 2025, I'm kind of conservative because a lot can happen in these years, okay? So with that being said, guys, $3.98, okay? If it hits $3.98, you would have $39,800, okay? And my likelihood of that happening is 20%. 20% because a lot of people are gonna exit before that. A lot of the big whales, they're gonna be like smart money. Smart money don't hold till the top, okay? Smart money holds it holds 50% less than the top, okay? Sometimes they hold 2x less than the top. They sell before the top, okay? Because usually the top, if you sell the top, you got lucky. Now, the top usually has a lot of people buying, and the people that had a lot of money in the bear market to buy LCX, they're going to dump on you. So it wouldn't be smart to buy at $3.89 if it goes to that, $3.98 if it goes to that. But my humble opinion, it's not going to happen this bull run. But if it does happen, guess what? You made $39,000 profit off a $387 investment, which is astronomical gains. Now, bearing in mind, guys, we do have another bull run after 2025. We have a 2031. So if you're smart with your money in this bull run, you can buy back into LCX at a lower price and have more gains for the next future to come. Okay. So with that being said, guys, that is my humble opinion on what your LCX will be worth. Now, if I had to put a solid target on what your LCX will be worth, if you held to the all-time high or the peaks, I feel like $2 is a good range, okay? $2 is a good way to get out exit liquidity. $2 is a good target to hit. And I feel like $20,000 from $387 investment, that's a possible and very likely. So with that being said, it was Young Wealth, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace.